Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the next portion of a control and coordination. In last session we have seen about the plant hormones and the hormones and the some parts of a brain which are internally located and which helps in the secretion of the different types of the hormones and their locations and their functions we have seen. So, in this session, we are going to see the next parts of the brain which used to secrete the hormones and play a major role in carrying out a vital activity of a life processes. Okay, so after the pituitary gland, first one we have seen that the hypothalamus, next the pituitary gland that again divided into the two lobes, that is a posterior and anterior lobe. They again used to secrete the different types of the hormones. And now the pineal gland. So as if you have any idea about the last session, then you may remind that some one image as I have shown you, the internal structure of the brain, which consisting of the hypothalamus, pineal gland and the pituitary gland, which consisting of two lobes. So the pineal gland, which was situated at the above side or the upper side of the hypothalamus, which look like a projection. This word also I have used in that video. So if for any doubt or clarification, you may go through that video once again. So the pineal gland is located at the middle of the brain, above the hypothalamus, and it's used to secrete the hormone, that is a melatonin. So the melatonin regulates the sleep and wake up cycle. So the duration of sleeping and waking up, okay, that used to be just controlled by the pineal gland by secreting the melatonin hormone. So if we have seen the so many conditions are there in nowadays for the other people, those who used to be do at a night time work, okay. So and some of they used to get less or the lack of sleepness. Why it is happen? Just because of the imbalanced secretion of the melatonin in their body. Okay, so now whenever the question will be arise, who is responsible for the regulating the sleep and wake cycle, that at that time you can able to answer the pineal gland, which secretes the melatonin, that is responsible. Next, thyroid gland. Most of we know that what is mean by the thyroid, which is present in vocal cord, that is a larynx. Okay, so it locates or the present at the base of the larynx. We will see in the next slide in image. So it consisting of two lobes on their side of a trachea. So side of a trachea, guys, you can see here. So let me show once again. So this pinkish portion as I've rounded, that one, that is actually the thyroid gland. Okay, so this thyroid gland is appears in a pinkish like color, and it is consisting of two dots. If you able to see, then let me show the four dots are here, this one, and this one. So these are the four that we will see in the next slide. Okay, so these are the two lobes, these are the two lobes present on the either side of the pharynx. Two lobes means first to the left hand and next to the right hand side. The hormones which is secreted by the thyroid, that is the thyroxine and calcitonin. Thyroxine, it's just related to the thyroid gland, so you can able to remind very easily whenever the question will be arise on thyroid gland. So the hormones like thyroxine, and next one is the calcitonin. What is mean by the calcitonin? It's just related to the word, the one word is hidden in its letter, that is a calci. It means a calcium. Okay, so it is also easy to remind, that is a calcitonin. So what is the function of thyroxine? The cellular oxidation of carbohydrate, proteins, fats, etc. takes place through this hormone. means in a respiration process or the metabolic process, whichever the oxidation processes takes place. Oxidation process means with the help of using oxygen molecules, the breakdown of food material takes place, complex food material. So that is actually the oxidation process takes place in the respiration process after taking up the food material. Okay, so the to control those process or the reactions, the hormone which is helps to carry out or regulate, that is a thyroxine. Next one, that is a calcitonin. What is the role of a calcitonin? So it regulates calcium and phosphate level in the blood. Yes, what it does, it used to regulate the calcium and phosphate level in the blood. Calcium, we know that it's very essential thing for our body, mostly for the bones, which used to be keep it is a strong. Phosphate, same about that. So decreased level when it goes up means whenever the calcitonin secretion will be lower down, at that time calcium and phosphate level will be increased in our blood. For that purpose, the calcitonin hormone should be in a balanced manner. It means that it will also just comes to a lower level, and it called as a proper balancing hormone. Okay, so vice versa is there. If the calcitonin hormone will be increased, the level of the calcium and phosphate will be increase. If the calcitonin will be lower down, it will be increased calcium and phosphate. If the calcitonin and the calcitonin will be increased, then the calcium and phosphate will be increased. But it not happen in the thyroid gland, it will happen in a another part that we will see next. That is the parathyroid. So that is a parathyroid is nothing but which is just I have shown you. This is actually present, the two lobes which are present on the thyroid gland, those are actually the parathyroid. The four, if you able to see, this one is 1 2 1 2. So these four are the parathyroid. Okay, so the locations: four small oval structure in the dorsal surface of a thyroid gland. Okay, the four small oval structure in the dorsal surface of the thyroid gland means on the dorsal means at the back side. Okay, so but just for your understanding, in the image we have just shown you on the upper side of the two thyroid glands. Two thyroid means the two lobes which are present right and left. On that the parathyroid glands are present in a dotted way. Okay, so they're actually present at the back side means dorsal, but just for your understanding, in the image it has shown on the front. So hormones, that is a parathyroid. So which hormone? It's just related to the gland name, that is a parathyroid. Its a function, it regulates calcium and phosphate level in the blood. Same as of the thyroid gland, the secretes the two hormones, that is a thyroxine and calcitonin. The calcitonin helps in the regulating the level of calcium and phosphate inside the blood. Same about the parathyroid, but there is one little difference, that is increase the level when it goes down. Means whenever the parathyroid gland of parathormone will be increased, at that time the calcium and phosphate level will be goes down. Okay, so this is just vice versa as we have seen about the calcitonin in the thyroid gland. That what about the thyroid side, sorry, calcitonin? Whenever this calcitonin will be decreased, the level of calcium and phosphate will be increased in the blood. If parathyroid glands of parathormone will be increased, the level of calcium and the phosphate will be decreased or the lowers down in the blood. So these are the 2-3 main points you have to keep in mind. So next, adrenal gland. So you have heard, might be not heard about it, but you have seen this. You know the kidney. Okay, the kidney structure which we have not in detail, we have that is for your class. that will be for the higher classes, that is 11th 12th. But the kidney consisting of a two bean shaped, that is actually the kidney we know, is it? The excretory system consisting of a two kidney lobes, is it? So here the kidney which consists at upper side a cap like structure, okay, a cap like structure, that is actually the adrenal gland. These are, okay, this yellowish or the cream color, that is the adrenal gland. The kidney which consisting cap like structure on them, on their head, are the adrenal glands. In separately they have shown here. So it's consisting of the two parts, that is the cortex and the medulla. Medulla means at the upper or the middle portion of that cortex, of that adrenal gland, and the two edges which consisting by the adrenal gland is known as a cortex. Okay, next, where it locates? It's found above the kidneys, and they also known as a suprarenal glands. Suprarenal means renal is the word, it's always come for the kidney. Okay, next, so the hormones which secreted by the adrenal gland, that is the corticosteroid produced by cortex of the adrenal gland. So the cortex means, as I told you, the adrenal gland which is consisting of a sharp end like structure at the side by side, that is a cortex. Okay, so actually the adrenal gland structure is like a pyramid. So it used to secrete the corticosteroid which is produced by the cortex of the adrenal gland. So mineralocorticoids such as aldosterone regulates salt, minerals, balance and blood volume. So next hormone, that is a mineralocorticoids such as aldosterone. So what it used to do? It used to be aldosterone is one form of a steroid, that is actually the fat consisting. So that regulates the salt and the minerals balance inside the blood volume. We know that actually the kidney helps in the filtrating the urine, is it, and the waste materials which used to be get excrete out. So that's why it helps in the salt mineral balances, otherwise it will lead to the dialysis, that we know that is actually the kidney stone whenever it will be happen. So next, isolate of Langerhans of a pancreas. We have learned in a first chapter, that is a life process, about the alimentary canal. Okay, so in that we have seen the pancreas having a glands, okay, which used to secrete some juices to digest some proteins, fats, is it? So now what is the isolates of Langerhans? These are actually present in the pancreas. Okay, but mostly it locates in the only vertebrates, you know, that those consisting of a spinal cord in them, those can able to walk properly, can move properly, so which is actually the backbone. Those animals or the organism are known as the vertebrates. So the isolates of Langerhans present in the vertebrates. It also known as an insulin producing tissue. Why it is known as insulin producing tissue? Because it has ability to maintain the balance of insulin inside the blood. Okay, so it will not be lead to cause a diabetes or the diabetes that normally we can call as a sugar. What is the function? It endocrine cell of pancreas produces hormones such as insulin, glucose into the blood stream, maintain the proper level of a sugar or the glucose. So what does actually do the insulin? Insulin used to maintain the glucose level inside the blood, that is the sugar. So what is the actual role of pancreas? Isolates of Langerhans, you can see one image as I was shown you guys. Here the Islets of Langerhans consisting by the inside the pancreatic or the pancreas. Okay, the pancreas structure is there, that is just you can see below the stomach. So here below the stomach, if you are able to see this portion, okay, they are showing like this, and this is actually this structure, and inside it consisting of a islets of Langerhans. This structure is actually just taken the picture from the electron microscope, means under the microscope it has a just vertically taken a section, so it actually look like that internally. So next, so what is its function? It used to maintain the balance of a glucose or the sugar inside the blood, so it will not may not be lead to cause a diabetes. So in deficiencies we are going to see if the deficiency of the insulin will be there in the blood, so what will the diseases or the disorder will be caused to us. Next, so next or the last two parts are there, okay, in our body. Along with the brain we have a finished some different body organs also consisting of glands. Okay, so here the reproductive parts of our body we are going to start here, both male and female. So those are ovaries and the testes. So here the ovaries, what they used to do or where they used to locate, so they present in a pelvic cavity of abdomen in the female. Abdomen means below the stomach, okay, so that is actually known as a abdomen. So ovaries which are actually present inside the female. Hormones which used to secrete by the ovary, that is the estrogen and progesterone. So it's a very important, guys, because whenever you goes for the higher classes or any competitive exams, so there will be the important question about the reproductive parts. So you have to just keep in mind that ovaries and testes, and the main important thing is that which type of hormone they use to secrete. Okay, so that is the female hormone of the ovary which used to secrete, that is the estrogen and progesterone. So what they used to do, means their function, development of a female genital organ. So the used to develop in a female genital organ means increasing the breast size while the that a woman or the female will be in a pregnancy, okay, while giving a child to a birth. Next, development of a secondary sexual characters means increasing the development of the hairs on the body, okay, such a some changes will be there as per the ages will be goes up. Okay, so next the structure you can see here, the ovaries. So ovaries, if you are able to see, guys, this one in reproduction chapter we will see about the whole structure of the this female reproductive organ. Okay, so we will move towards the next, that is the testis, which is actually present mostly in the males. So it locates in the scrotum of a male. Scrotum is just as like a the females in the abdominal portion is like that, the same about the male also, just lowered at the side of the stomach. So the hormones, the which hormone used to be secreted by the testes, that is the testosterone. And what is the function of a testosterone? Development of a male genital organ, same, guys. So some changes in the body and any other growth will be takes place, that is the genital organs. Next, development of a secondary sexual character in male. Secondary sexual characters like the hairs grow on the face, is it? So such as changes will be happen. So some one structure or the just for your kind information how the actually the testis structure are there, you can see here some labels are also here. So the two pairs of the testes are present, so those look like this. So we will move towards the next slide. Okay, So that is the deficiency of the hormones. So now we have seen the different glands which are present inside the brain and the different organs. Okay, so along with that, now we have to see that if those hormones which we have studied, just if they will just not in a proper balance, okay, not getting secreted in a proper way, so at that time how and what the things will be happen, in which ways, so which diseases or any other problems we will face, that we have to see here. So now the deficiencies of the hormones, that is GH means growth hormone, we know that, who is used to secrete this one, hypothalamus. The hypoactivity cause the dwarfism. So see guys, hypoactivity cause the dwarfism means the shortage, the short person, we know that its a height is very short one, such a person is normally known as a dwarfism, if such a condition will be there. Hypo means, first of all you just clear the doubt about the hypo and hyper. Hypo means in a less quantity, hyper means very high quantity. If the secretion of a growth hormone is in a less quantity, then it lead to cause a dwarfism, means the height of a person or any other body organs will be in a shorter manner, or it appears a shorter one. So if a hyper means more, or the high secretion of the growth hormone will be there, it causes a gignatism or gignatism, normally you can whatever if you call it, gignatism or the gignatism. So gignatism, how it occur inside the human body or the any other organisms, that is only due to the more secretion of the growth hormone. Normally you have seen the peoples which are very tall in height, okay, so such a persons, why they used to be become like that, only the hormone of a growth hormone, if its a secretion takes place in high quantity, at that time the gignatism will be occur. Next, insulin, is it? So isolates of Langerhans, that is a pancreas consisting. So hypoactivity causes the diabetes mellitus. So if less quantity of insulin will be secreted inside the blood, okay, sorry, inside the pancreas, at that time the sugar level will be lower down, and sugar level will be increased, and the hypoactivity will be happen, that is leads to diabetes or the mellitus. Is it? If sugar level will be more or the less, then also some abnormalities are there, is it guys? So for that purpose the insulin level should be in a balanced way. Next, thyroid hormones. So thyroid hormones, what they used to be cause, the abnormal thyroid hormone production causes hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. So hyperthyroidism lead to a cretinism. Okay, what is cretinism, we will see in the next slide. So hyperthyroidism leads to a cause of goiter. So here the goiter and a cretinism, as I was shown you, if less secretion of the thyroid hormone takes place in our body, okay, then what will cause, we know that thyroid gland used to secrete the thyroxine and the calcitonin. If such a condition will be there, if such a condition will be there in a less secretion of a thyroxine and a calcitonin, at that time goiter will be happen. You can see one lady is there, her neck is just swollen up. So why it has happened? Due to the hyper secretion of the thyroxine and the calcitonin. Next, thyroid hormone, if it will be in a secreted in very less quantity, if what will be happen, the crantism, you can see a baby which is in that condition, so that is actually known as crantism. Next, so the major part or the main part which is of a control and coordination. So control and coordination means, actually we know that if the signals we are getting from outside and some signals our brain is giving us to do something or to carry out a one reaction, is it? Such a process are carried known as a control and coordination. In a first session only we have seen, but now one simple example. Suppose you have one cup of a tea, is it? It's a very hot one, unknowingly you have a touched it, okay? At the time you will feel a very heat, okay, or hot, is it? Suddenly you will remove your hand from that cup. So how you have removed, is it? By touching it you have understood that that is a hot one. Later you have just removed suddenly the hand or the finger from that cup, because some signals have taken place in you from the externally and internally. Then only the control and coordination happen in your body, okay? Control and coordination happen in your body, but who is responsible for that? Now the actual part of this chapter we are going to start. The two main only parts we are going to take here, not the whole thing, okay? So here the some terminologies are there. Terminology means some wordings are there that you have to be understand, which are related to the control and coordination which used to carry out in our body. That is actually the nervous system. So nervous system is nothing but consisting of a number of nerve tissues, okay, which helps in a signaling or taking the signals from the outside and reacting on them. For example, as I told you, if the cup will be hot, then you will just touch and you can understand that it's a very hot, and suddenly you will remove the hand. It means that the reaction is happened, so you have suddenly removed the hand. So how it has done, that is a nervous system. Next, what are the terminologies for the nervous system? Those are the stimulus and the stimuli. What is meant by the stimulus and stimuli? An event which give rise to specific reaction in an organ or a tissue. Means guys, as I told you, the cup if is a hot, it means that you will suddenly remove out your hand, is it? It means that that is actually the reaction you have done. So same thing, that is a removing out suddenly, it means some reaction has done, that is from your side, is it? So that is actually the stimulus and the stimuli. Next, response. Reaction due to the stimulus means suddenly you have removed, that is actually the response from your side. Next, sensory organs. Sensory organs are normally called as a receptors. Recept means receiving something, okay? Receptors means some tissues are there or the nervous systems are there, those are known as the receptors, means which receives the signals from outside or the inside. So that barrier is known as a receptor. So those are the organ by which stimuli from the outside and the inside the body are received, is it? For example, like ears, eyes, tongue. So ears, if you hear something from outside, okay, something is happening there, okay, it means that you are receiving something, is it? Next, eyes, if you are visualizing something in the nature, it means that your eyes are receiving, okay, then only you can able to see that yes, this is that region, is it? So you will remember those things. Next, tongue. So here what is the role of a tongue? Receiving. How the tongue receives the things. For example, like if you eat something, any food dishes, okay, at that time you can able to judge that it's very tasty, it is very yummy, okay, it is something delicious or something different, okay? Everyone cannot judge same, okay, everyone judge very differently. It means that you are receiving something senses. By seeing that, by seeing or by eating that, you can say yeah, it's something like that. So such are the receptors known as a sensory organs which can sense and receives. Next, the last but one, that is the effector organs. Effector means showing effect. Now if you have received, okay, then later what will be happen, then you will show the effect on them. Now you have eaten something, that you have means you have received. Now you will give a compliment or a judgment, that is actually the effect, you are showing the some effect. So who will be responsible for that? That is the effector organs. So what they are? The organs that produce an effect in response to the stimuli. Stimuli is the reaction which we use to respond, is it? Or the something situation will be happen at that time. The organs that produces an effect in response to the stimuli, that is actually the effector. So normally you can understand effector means effecting on it, or effect. Receptor means receiving. Response means you know that you have to be responsive. Okay, next, that is the nervous system receptor. So some receptors are there, okay, specifically they have some names, so that you have to keep in mind. Those are photoreceptor. What is mean by the photoreceptor? Photo means you know that is the light or the ray, sunlight. We normally say in a photosynthesis process that word, that is a photo means light or the rays particle. So it's always related to the light. Next, phonoreceptor. Phono means you know that the calling. Phone means we know that is actually the sound. Next, olfactory receptor. Olfactory means overall we know that, okay, that is actually just related to the olfactory lobe is there, okay, that is a smell. If all who will be responsible for the smelling? The receptors which are known as the olfactory receptor. Thermoreceptor. Thermo means is actually the word, it's related to the temperature. Thermometer, is it? So thermoreceptor means the temperature when we receive, at that time which receptors are or the nervous systems are helpful, those are the thermoreceptor. Next is the tango receptor. Tango, the word which is for the touch, okay. So these are some terminologies. So today's session will be for this much, and in the next session we will see about the nervous system in vertebrates, how they are structured, what are the different types of the functions of the different structure, okay. So we will finish till here. If any doubts, you can message me and ask. So just take these things very seriously, guys, because it's very important part, and it will be repeat for the higher classes also. So it's my kind request to all of you, go through these points, okay, and do it properly. And some of they have asked me that, ma'am, where we have to be write it. So instead of writing on any pages or anything, you people should write on a book, okay, the classwork which you have, because it will be helpful for the next time also, whenever the school will be reopened, okay. So at that time you can able to get the all points on time. So till that, thank you so much.